Yeah, hi, this is a message out there to people in regards to Scientology and medical treatments. Okay, and I'm going to start off by talking about one particular matter, and that is, I'm a little upset about the recent statement from the church about the fact that they don't deny medical treatments to people. Okay, we both, you and me, whoever's watching this, know this is not true. And some time ago, John Travolta's son died, and certainly it wouldn't be right for anybody to blame Scientology for that. That would be a disgusting thing to do. But there is something important here. Okay, his son, according to what I've read, probably suffered from autism, and it was treatable, at least to prevent the seizures from happening. Now, we all know the viewpoint of the Sea Organization and Scientology on drugs of any kind whatsoever, that they're not to be taken. We know this. Now, the church keeps coming out and saying, oh, we don't deny anyone to have medical treatment. We don't deny that you should have medical treatment. We all know this is a blatant lie, and it's costing people's lives. This is a message to John Travolta about your son and other people that are dying, because people like you are defending this religion, and you have to take responsibility for their deaths. I'm not talking about your son anymore. I'm talking about other people's deaths, because you purport that this religion has the answers. Now, this is not true. Amanda Fletcher, staff member that I knew, a lovely lady, died of cancer. Sparshot died of cancer. A friend of my family's, just this year, Scientologist, died of cancer, breast cancer that was treatable, and she could have lived. Okay? I myself, in the Sea Organization, had a medical condition, and rather than allow me to take drugs of any kind that might have helped me, okay, they insisted that it was all in my head, that it was spiritual, and that I get an auditing program that was utterly ridiculous, that had me saying hello to my kidneys and then having my kidneys say hello to me. Me saying hello to my liver saying hello to me. This is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous to label all drugs in the world as being completely destructive to a human body, okay, when they're not. They help. These cancers, these conditions can be assisted sometimes by drugs. I'm not condoning all psychiatric drugs, but the very attitude of the Sea Org and Scientology to deny people these drugs, I want you to listen. Okay, they have flag orders and policies about using boot polish. They have flag orders about how to clean your desk. They have policies about how to clean your office, how to eat dinner, how to address a senior officer. Okay, if they really cared, where are the policy letters telling us each year go get your pap smear test if you're a female? That doesn't exist. Where's the policy letter that says what to do for staff medical treatments? There is none. Is there any policy that says, right, staff are to get a medical checkup once per year? There is none. Is there any medical program provided to staff? There is none. They don't want people to have medical treatment. That's the bottom line. And it's the same with Scientologists. They lie, because guess what? Dead bodies can't tell you you're wrong, but their friends can. I've lost people that I know in the last several years in Scientology that could have been saved if they had seen a medical practitioner. If I hadn't seen a medical practitioner when I was 17, I'd be dead right now. And the only reason I saw that medical practitioner is because my mother dragged me out of the Sea Org in Australia when I was 17 to go to the doctors. I would have been dead if she hadn't have done that. She was threatened with ethics action for taking me outside the organisation. They were so glad that she did later on, because I would have been dead. Now we've got this Liska, friend of the family here in New Zealand, breast cancer. She tried to handle it through auditing. She tried to handle it through reading more books by L. Ron Hubbard. Scientology does not fix the body. We have this purification rundown, okay? That's not scientifically proven. L. Ron Hubbard had this rundown. There was a Surgeon's General warning on the dangers of cigarettes, the 3,000 chemicals that they contained. And yet there was no policy about not smoking during the purification rundown. Yet it's one of the most toxic things you could take during a so-called purification rundown. L. Ron Hubbard himself was smoking. There is no scientific evidence behind these claims. It doesn't exist, and it's a lie. And for every Scientologist that stands out there and stands up for the text saying it can fix things, which it cannot, more people are going to die. SEAL members, they don't have medical examinations. Some of them right now, as we speak, are dying of cancers that can be cured. We have people losing their eyesight. They're not getting medical treatment. And as long as every other Scientologist out there stands up for Scientology being able to cure the incurable, it's going to kill people. This purification run has never been tested. You don't know what effect it has on your kidneys. You have no idea what it's doing to your liver. You have no idea, because they will only say that there are the results based off of what? Somebody finishing a purification rundown. But what evidence is that of what? Has there been any 10, 20 year study to show what the effects are of this program on their body as time goes by? No, there is no such program. The real truth is, even if you are a spirit, you still have a body. You can't chop a leg off a body and think that it can still run. And if you take it down to a microscopic level, we have this thing called the brain that does things for our body, and if the brain is damaged, the body can't work, and no auditing is going to fix it. And this complacency by Scientologists out there, celebrity Scientologists that allow this religion to be pushed, are sitting back there with the luxury of being able to take these medical treatments. Other Scientologists would rather spend their money spending $800 on some little communication course than going to see a doctor. And it's disgusting. I'm not going to stand for it. And people like Tom Cruise that sit up there and lecture away because all the materials he's ever read about psychiatry and psych drugs is fed to him by David Miscavige is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, and I know a lot of people out there agree with me. And I believe that you as celebrities that push this religion out there and make it popular are pushing something dangerous that you don't know about. And I think it's time that any celebrity out there that's involved in Scientology take a step back and understand you have a responsibility for the message you put out there. And the message you're putting out there is that this thing can solve problems in life, solutions to all your problems in life. It's not true. You know, John, you lost your son Jet. OT8's not going to bring your son back. I know that sounds harsh, but it's just true. You think any OT level's ever going to make you happy as your son did? No. And this is the point. In the C organisation, in Scientology, we don't have policy letters about celebrating the person moving on from a position in the church to something else. We only have justice and ethics because they're leaving the group. We don't have policies on baby showers. We don't have policies on anything that are really about happiness. There's no policy letter on what to do when it's a person's birthday. There's no policy letter on going to see medical examiners. Nothing. Take a look at what isn't there. Because somebody from the church saying we don't object to medical treatment is an utter lie, and we all know it's a lie. And to label all medical treatment under the guise of psychiatry is absolutely criminal.